Hey everybody, it's your old pal Mike. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe. And welcome to the back room of Mike and Mike's Guitar Bar. This is where I'm spending this afternoon in a relatively warm Seattle day, so excuse the sweat. But the reason I'm here today is because I think the coolest guitar in the world is in the shop, and I couldn't be more excited about it. This belongs to Brad and Garrett, two of our repair specialists. They picked this up at auction recently, and it is one of the coolest guitars I have ever seen in my life. This is a 2001 custom shop Doubleneck Jaguar and bass 6. That's right, pretty much my ideal Doubleneck. This thing feels like it was tailor-made for me, but actually it was tailor-made for one Eddie Van Halen. According to the story, could be apocryphal, he played it a little bit but never actually took possession of it. So, you know, if he didn't want this, my God, I do. Now wait, what's that I hear? The clicky clack of keyboards all over the internet telling me that everybody's back hurts? Well, before you hit enter on that comment, yes, it's heavy, but it's not nearly as heavy as you might think. This thing weighs 13 pounds, 7 ounces, and I find it quite manageable, especially on a strap. Now, granted, I'm a big boy. I've been working out, I've been improving my body, so maybe my experience will not line up with yours, but I have to say, this is shockingly light for what it is. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And not only is it relatively light for what it is, but it's two of the coolest instruments ever. It's a Jaguar, 24-inch scale, 22 frets, bridge and vibrato. Let's not talk about the buzz stop. We don't like those. But it's also a bass 6, which is one of my favorite instruments ever created. I have so much love and respect for the Fender bass 6, and seeing one in this form is absolutely wild. Now, this thing plays great because Brad and Garrett, who own this thing, who bought it at auction, well, they're both amazing guitar techs, so it plays and sounds just as great as you might expect. What you might not expect is that it's surprisingly practical. I can see myself getting a lot of use out of this. Although I shan't be buying it, one of you absolutely should. I've been spending time with it today through my satellite Hellion and an array of pedals here with a DL4 Mark II as a looper, and yeah, it makes perfect sense to have a bass and guitar on the same instrument. I'm really enjoying this. Now, some of you might be curious about the switching, what all is going on, so let me walk you through it. Up here, where the rhythm circuit would normally be, is a 3-way slider switch, kind of like what you'd see on a Mustang, which selects the neck. You've got the bass in the down position, and in the up position, you've got the Jag. And in the middle, you've got both. I haven't figured out how to use it yet. Actually kind of usable. I could see having a lot of fun tuning the guitar neck to an open D and playing in D on the bass, getting some cool overtones that way. But yeah, having them both on the same instrument makes a lot of sense. Oh, otherwise, for switching, in the up position, we've got these two slider switches, on-offs for both pickups. We've got off, neck, both, and bridge only. In the down position, we've just got 3 on-offs for each pickup, kind of like what you'd see on a 61 bass 6, you know, which had the different pickups. No strangle switch, sadly, which is a mark against it. Maybe the only one I can think of. But here we've got off, neck, middle, bridge, all 3, neck and middle, bridge and middle, bridge and neck. And both of these necks are incredibly tonally versatile. I'm getting so many fun sounds out of this thing that are kind of expanding my musical repertoire. I'm thinking of new ideas just because I have easy access to a bass and a guitar at the same time. The vibratos work great, although I will say the arms are both a little short this way, and actually, if I can pull this one out, quite long in the inserted end, which is very strange. And I think ergonomically is kind of a mark against it as well, because the arms stick up so much that you're bound to hit them, unlike on a normal Jag or bass 6, where the arm is about half as tall as it leaves its collet. Otherwise, these two instruments are just like they would be on a reissue or custom shop version. We've got 6 inline Clousson style tuners on these guitars. We've got the correct scale, 24 for the Jag and 30 for the bass 6. We've got the pickup complement and hardware complement that you would find on their regular versions, as well as a global volume and tone. So it really feels similar, especially if you're already familiar with the way an offset guitar usually works. This should not be all that crazy for you to figure out. Oh, and another curious spec that I really like is the fretboards are round laminated like they would be in 1963. So it's a really cool, sort of historically accurate piece. Like if Fender in 1963 made a double neck Jag and bass 6, this is probably a lot like what they would have come up with. But really, the more time that I spend with this thing, the more inspired I become, and the more I wish that I could take this home with me. I would have to sell quite a lot of things that I own, which maybe I should, but I would definitely have to be offloading a lot to even consider affording this. But while it's here at the shop, I thought I'd take it for a spin so that you could enjoy it as much as I do. Incidentally, if you happen to be in the market for a Jag bass 6 double neck, I will leave links in the description down below where you can reach out to Brad and Garrett and see if maybe you can make a deal happen. I highly recommend this. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy that I got to meet this thing, both because of how cool it is, but also because of the provenance of where it came from. Having any small connection to EVH, maybe he played this for like a minute and a half. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny the story that I have been told. Yeah, anything that EVH may have touched, I would like to get my hands on. So yeah, thank you Brad and Garrett for letting me make this video. Thank you to the universe for bringing us together for this brief moment. This is genuinely one of the coolest fucking guitars I've ever met. So yeah, I don't want to let this go, but I need to put it back in its admittedly massive case. It's an enormous case. Well, I think I'll wrap this one up, but I just want to reiterate, I'm in love with this thing, and I think that if you can wear a 13-pound instrument, you will be too. This thing is genuinely cool, and I can't believe that I got to play it. So yeah, like I said, if you're interested, links in the description down below. You know, shout out Fender Custom Shop, Fred Stewart, great job on this. It's wonderful. In any case, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you coming around to the channel again and again, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, doing all of that good stuff. You know, we talk about it all the time. Shout out to my supporters on Patreon. I did this excitedly for you. If you too are interested in supporting the channel, links in the description down below. Well, I will bid you adieu on this fine Wednesday. I forget what day it is. I think it's Wednesday. But in any case, I hope you're taking care of yourselves and each other. I hope you're having fun with guitars because holy shit, I am. And I will see you in the next video.